Let's move on to someone who has fixed their accuracy to some degree, who's playing the quarterback position better than they ever have before, and it's Sam Darnold, your current touchdown leader with 8 touchdown passes in Minnesota Vikings. They're 3-0. What have you seen from him in his career resurgence here in the purple?
Well, it looks decisive. I think the more I, watch him on Sundays and then go back through the week, he looks like he's in the space where he can be decisive. He's making confident decisions and throwing the ball really accurately. And I think that's probably the biggest thing, right? Like even him coming out, it was never a question of his ability to throw the football or his accuracy. A lot of it came down to decision making. He had those like comments about seeing ghosts and all that kind of different stuff, and he's kind of grinded through that. I give him a lot of credit for it. So I think he's in a spot where he's seeing it well. He's making good decisions, and I think a lot of that comes to coaching too, right? Like I do think, his time in San Francisco and kind of maybe hearing it from a different perspective from a Kyle Shanahan and learning in a year and listening to Brock Purdy, who's a very good decision maker, and seeing how he prepares. He's talked about that, right? Watching a younger player, how efficient he was with his preparation. I think all of those things matter. And then you get to Minnesota, and I think Kevin O'Connell is very much that same way. He's an excellent teacher, very good designer of plays, puts guys in different spots to open them up, to allow Sam to have a clean picture to look at. And to me, I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a guy who's making better decisions, who's confident, who has a little bit of belief, a little bit of confidence, and they've had the ball bounce their way a little bit too, right? Like you need that. You need that when you're trying to, come back from not playing well your first 4 or 5 years, and you're trying to get that confidence back. He has that backwards pass yesterday where he gets hit. Brandon Powell scoots it up, gets like 8 yards or whatever it was, and keeps them on schedule. Like little things like that can make a massive difference going one way or the other. And I think you've seen a bit of the ball bouncing their way in the first couple of weeks and him making good decisions.
I think complementary football is so important too, and these are all great points you bring up, Matt. And I think about in 2018 when we had Mitch Trubisky at quarterback for the Bears. It's not like Mitch Trubisky was the greatest quarterback to ever walk the earth, but when you look at a team with a really good defense, with a really good coordinator, that will keep you bend but not break, will keep you in games, provide turnovers in timely situations. We had a good offensive line, a better than average offensive line. So same type of luxury that Sam's enjoying in Minnesota. He's got time to throw and time to make decisions. It's not like some of the other quarterbacks we've talked about who are under duress all the time. I mean, it's a great combination. It's a perfect storm for Sam Darnold. He's been so impressive. We just hope we can keep it up. It's been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I think the word you said, decisive, is the perfect word. Like he's not blinking. He drops back, he hits his back foot. If it's a deep ball, he's throwing the deep ball that's there. If it's intermediate, he's throwing it. He's not hesitating on any of this stuff. And yeah, he's thrown like one a game that could have gone back the other way, that could be picked off. He still has that to him, but
I feel like that's every quarterback.
But
sometimes they get
100%.
lucky. And sometimes they get lucky.
You need it to go your way a little bit. I like what you said about complementary football, Kyle, to me is so important too. Their first 2 possessions, first possession of the game offensively, they had the ball like inside the 20 or wherever it was after the interception. Second possession of the game for them offensively, Texans missed the field goal, ball's at their own 44, right? Like you're starting the game off on short field opportunities and they're making people pay for that. That goes a long way too, and making you feel more comfortable as the game is going on. When your
feeling for a team. It's a warm and cuddly feeling when you're all making plays and you're high-fiving the defense.
You get out there and you see short field. It's like, God, one completion and we're in the end zone.
Yep.